Number 6, Katie Crombie.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Jasper Place High School and the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm Connor Toffin. I'll be your play-by-play announcer. My color commentator today will be Grayson Knutson. Today's game will be the senior women's final, the Western Canada Redhawks versus the host Jasper Place Rebels. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. We have Dave Foley on camera, Alex Testowich is our switcher, and Rob Zitlau is our director. We are very excited to be procasting this finals game from this large, fantastic tournament, Grayson.
Yeah, this is a fun tournament. It's one of the best ones in the city of Edmonton. Of course, we had the privilege last weekend of being at Ross Shep. We had two outstanding finals. Hopefully, the two finals we bring you tonight, the girls and the guys final, are both as exciting as those ones we saw last weekend.
And this gym is starting to fill up quite a bit as they finish introducing the Western Canada Redhawks. Grayson, obviously it's early on in the season. We've done a few games already. These early season games can be gritty, but I talked to the coaches. They said these are two top of the province level teams and to expect a great game today.
Yeah, Western Canada, they finished third at provincials last season.
Actually beating the Rebels.
And they brought back a lot of their players. They brought back 8 players from that team. So obviously they're a team with a lot of experience, and of course they're also the defending champions, Western Canada are. So that makes things interesting. And of course, JP hasn't won their home tournament in a couple of years. 2016 was the last time they won. So they're looking to reclaim their crown, and we're almost ready to go here, Connor.
It should be a classic today if both these teams play to their top caliber. And we are underway as we tip it off. Rebels will get the first possession as Danny Nadeau takes control. Now at the top, we see Rinsky with it. They're going to just hand it off along the perimeter. Outside. Along the corner. That ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay Rebels ball.
Yeah, good effort there defensively by Katie Cosarini of the Redhawks. But when she stole that ball, unfortunately, she just had a toe on the sideline. So it's Rebels ball.
Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Rebels are going to need to find a look. They'll get a three that's going to fall way short.
I think Blaskin got a piece of that. It's not going to matter as it's a 24-second violation.
So what will Western Canada look to do today? They've played a physical game all tournament long as they take their first possession of the game. Swinging it along the perimeter. A three taken by Cosarini is going to miss. Rebound brought down by Nadeau. Rebels looking to push the tempo a little bit. Slashing underneath the basket, up and under. Just misses there from Rinsky. Western Canada coming down with the board. They're going to look to push the pace the other way, getting it down low in the post, and the easy two goes to Bostra.
Yeah, it's just good basketball from Western. JP didn't quite get back in time and had Bostra all alone in the lane, and she was able to get that one off the glass and in for the first 2 points of the final here.
So that's going to allow Western Canada to set their defense. Rebels in the corner. Fedek going to get it up near the top of the perimeter. A deep three is taken by Rinsky, hits off the front of the rim. A fight for the rebound is brought down by Western Canada. That's Cosarini. So Western Canada with the early 2-0 lead, looking to get it in the low post again, getting triple team. That ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll stay Redhawks ball.
Yeah, Charlie Trudgeon actually had really good positioning there. Unfortunately for her, she just couldn't get a good handle on that ball. Good defense by JP to recover there.
You can see the Jasper Place faithful on the left side of your screen on that sideline as the Rebels will come down with the rebound. A missed three there from Cosarini. Rebels will now slow the tempo. Swinging the ball along the perimeter. A little bit of off-ball movement, looking to get a shooter open with the dribble drive. Good defense, but a foul there from Watilla. We're going to see the Rebels at the line for two.
Yeah, our first look here at the Rebels going to have a chance for points. Good drive there. Unfortunately for the defender Watilla, she just was caught moving.
Haley Fedek will be shooting. She'll miss her first. You wonder if, in front of your home crowd here, if you're Jasper Place, if there's going to be a little bit of nerves for them today.
Yeah, that could always play a factor. Of course, you would think once they get a little more comfortable into the game, that crowd will buoy them and should vault them and give them a bit of a home court advantage, of course.
Western Canada gonna have it go off her leg, but picked up by her teammate. Big block down low from Too Good. The name ringing true, and now a jump ball forced. Possession arrow is gonna go to the Redhawks.
Yeah, good defense there from Too Good, just coming over to swat that shot away. Only 7 on the clock here for the Redhawks as they take it from the side. Gonna have to get something run quickly here.
We've got a quick whistle on the floor as we look to reset things. I believe we're just resetting the shot clock here. It will stay at 7. And that will be an over and back, a sloppy inbounds play there, Grayson.
I'm not sure that the recipient there, Cosarini, was quite ready for that. I don't think she was expecting the ball to come her way, and then it did, and by that time, it was too late, already over back.
So Rebels take the ball at half court. Open 3 in the corner. Is, all the way down and all the way out. Unfortunate bounce there for Plouffe. Western Canada now on the fast break. They're gonna slow up and down in the low post, and that misses as well. Bostra missing that post layup. That's gonna be a foul, but are they gonna call it a block? Interesting, I thought I might have seen a push off there.
So it is gonna be a foul against Blaskin. A little bit too aggressive there with the front court defense. Low scoring game here early on, 2.5 minutes in. Neither team's had outstanding looks, couple open threes that have just been missed.
Looks like the Rebels are gonna look to shoot it today, and they'll make that one. Fedek from outside.
Yeah, there's one of those open looks that finally goes down, and that's a good pass too.
Rebound will be controlled by Western Canada. On the seat, can't move, a good pass down low. Just a little long there from Bostra. Western Canada fighting for the rebound again. Here's a 3. A little too strong. Crombie missing the shot, but the Rebels can't quite control the rebound. It's gonna stay Western Canada ball, and second, third, and fourth chance point potential coming up here.
Yeah, both teams just a little bit cold to start this game. I'm sure once they get a little bit more comfortable, those shots will start dropping easily.
It's not a comfortable inbound with all those Jasper Place students right in your ear. Maybe that's why the Rebels just stole it. They got a 2-on-1 fast break. Some contact at the rim, but a good make there from Blaskin.
Just really smart news. She didn't have a passing lane there, just went right to the hole, used the glass, and Jasper Place almost come up with another steal there.
Western Canada up top. They'll stop and stare down the rim. An open mid-range shot from Bostra is gonna miss. Look at Western Canada on the offensive boards. They're gonna draw a foul.
Cosarini has been outstanding both ends rebounding the basketball. Here she gives her team another opportunity, and it winds up being a foul against JP. They'll take it from the side. Couple subs coming in here for Western, Connor.
Yeah, so we'll see Maggie Smith checking in as well as Kiara Kerr. Looks like the Rebels are gonna make some subs as well. We see Larissa Stevenson and Alex Asuncion getting their first action of today's game. Just under 4 minutes into this finals matchup. These two teams have a lot of history against each other, especially in recent years. Two high-level basketball programs in Canada. Great defense being played there by the Rebels, forces that pass to go out of bounds.
Just miscommunication, pardon me, there by the Redhawks. The player was cutting towards the basket. The passer, Watilla, thought she was gonna open up behind the arc there, and that's where it was thrown away to.
So the Rebels will set the high pick. Now down in the low post, nearly open on the perimeter was Rinsky, but slashing and making the bucket.
Katie Crombie, nifty move to get inside, finishing with the left on the front side of the rim there.
Western Canada, they'll drive the baseline, and a good play there from Asuncion just to tie her up, but looks like she'll get called for the foul.
Yeah, we'll have one more look at it here. You can see the drive from Crombie just runs over Asuncion, who wasn't anywhere near set. I think she was in the restricted area as well, so that's a foul every day.
So you see the Rebels in their red and black, and they look to, or sorry, the Rebels rather in the white and red. I knew that would confuse me once today. Western Canada in the red and black uniforms there with the ball right now. Driving the basket. Oh, a lot of contact and a late whistle. Kira Kerr going to go to the line. A couple free throws.
I believe this is an offensive foul. It should be.
Okay, so they are saying the defender's feet were set.
They're going to talk about it anyway. Kira Kerr was the driver. That's a well-taken charge there by Alex McLaren, number 14 for JP.
It's one of those tough calls. That's why the whistle might have came a little late there. Asuncion hounded by her defender, Kennedy Blaskin. Driving the lane and missing the layup is Rinsky. A good look. Take those all day if you're the Rebels. The Redhawks. High tempo on offense, and they're going to turn it over.
Yeah, it looks like this time Watilla it looks like an off the ball foul called. The screen was a little bit illegal. Referee indicating a block. Might have been against Kennedy Blaskin, and that's why she's coming out right now.
So it looks like the Redhawks are going to be bringing some front court pressure today. It'll sag off. They'll let Asuncion take it up court. A little bit of space on the perimeter. She hands it off to Rinsky. High pick set. Rinsky now on the pick and roll. Asuncion open for a second, but the feed was too high for the shot, and she'll miss the layup. Redhawks now in transition, pushing the pace. They're just going to stop up and put up the jumper. Kosarini.
That's nice from Kosarini. Didn't have a lot there. The other option was just to pull it back, set something up half court, but decides to hit the pop and stop jumper.
Oh, a pretty move there from Rinsky is going to miss. She's had a couple open looks. She'll make those eventually.
Really like what Rinsky's been able to do. She's a good slashing player, able to get inside the lane, get what she wants at the basket.
Crombeen will make the three for the Redhawks, pulling them within one.
8-0 run from JP finally stopped as the Redhawks on a 5-0 burst of their own here.
Looks like the front court pressure is just going to stalk the Rebels as Asuncion takes the three. It goes off the backboard, off the rim and out. Watilla pulled down that rebound. Looks like Western going to get into the low post again, but a foul as Smith was held up.
Yeah, Smith just holding on to McLaren here. Just wrapped her up on the wrong side. Or pardon me, it's McLaren who is holding on to Smith. Two teams not giving much to each other here to start this final.
No, I was told to expect a physical game with some shooting, and we've seen all that so far. Pulling up down low is Kerr, making the two, giving the Redhawks the lead. Rebels outside Asuncion. Spinning in the low post. Can't quite come up with the basket, but ends up pulling down the rebound. Looks like the Rebels had some space on the perimeter. A contested post shot there is going to miss from Nadeau. Western Canada's defensive rebounding has been far better than Jasper Place's so far. Looks like they're going to get it into the low post again, but the pass tipped away by a Rebel.
Looks like Western Canada is able to get pretty much what they want set up in that low post. They haven't been able to take advantage of it. JP, some big body, some length up front, has been able to defend those passes into the post, not allow Western Canada to get set up like they are hoping to do.
In the low post again. They're going to swing it up top. Ball is mishandled, and just trying to get it together, getting up the shot was Hornby. In transition is the Rebels pulling up for mid-range. They'll miss. The Redhawks coming down with the rebound. They've been good on the defensive boards today, Grayson.
Yeah, they're in good positioning, able to box out their defenders as well. So a good job by Western Canada in that regard.
Here's another three from the Redhawks. It'll miss everything. It ended up finding a teammate though, so Ella Hornby comes up with the rebound on that missed shot. You see Hornby there will get fouls, so she's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
Sure, Kara Kerr will say that was a pass. That was my plan all along, was to get it to Hornby down low.
Hornby going to miss the first. We've seen Jasper Place missing a couple free throws earlier.
This is going to be a tough way to shoot free throws for Western Canada because there's a whole bundle of JP students, as you mentioned, right behind them. Not doing a lot of arm waving and stuff, but I think they've been warned already in previous games by officials to kind of tone it down a little bit.
I'm not saying they won't listen by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
They might have to switch sides for that.
Yeah, they're going to have to switch sides. Tie up for the ball. This should be a jump ball with possession arrow going to the Rebels.
That's great work there by the Rebels. There were 4 red shirts around the Rebels player who grabbed that rebound. And because the possession arrow is with JP, they'll get another crack at it here with 9 on the clock.
Brianna Thera to inbound the ball. Can't quite find anybody, but getting outside and open was Fedek. They're going to move it to the top as the shot clock starting to run down in the low post. That shot's going to be missed by Plouffe. Redhawks. Open 3 again. They're going to put it on the floor, and they're going to get called for the travel.
Indecisive there from number 12, Hornby. Thought about the open 3 to take it quickly, and then when she decided to dribble, her feet were already moving before the ball had hit the floor.
So the Rebels down a couple points with 1.5 minutes left in this first quarter in the 38th annual REB Invitational Early Bird Tournament. Rebels struggling to get a look right now. Western Canada is hounding them on defense, and there's going to be a foul on the floor as the shot clock was at 3 seconds.
As Hornby, number 12, I believe, called for the foul. A bit of a bailout there for JP. And I believe this puts them at the line. So it's an unnecessary foul from Hornby, and she'll be disappointed.
So the Redhawks now at 5 fouls. Any foul they commit will send the Rebels to the line. Rebels at 4, so same story going the other way. Plouffe able to make the second. So 10-9's our score here. Rebels have been able to get it in the low post, sag the defense down, and find some open threes, but overall a low-scoring first quarter as the 3 is taken and made by Kerr.
Figured some of those would start to go in for both teams. A lot of good looks here in this opening quarter.
I think if your last name is Kerr, you have to shoot.
Especially from distance.
Not quite spelled the same. No lineage between Steve Kerr and the Kerr we're seeing here as the 3 is taken and made by the Rebels. In response, that's Danny Nadeau.
Yeah, that time the ball was loose on the floor, so Western Canada's defense kind of fell apart there, and that allowed Nadeau to be open there in the corner for 3.
Good pass to a slashing Hornby. Rebels ball. 24.9 seconds on the game clock. Rebels have a full 24 if they want it, and likely the last shot if they can let it leak down that far, but setting the back pick up there was too good. Rinsky's going to slow things down. They're going to get it back to Rinsky with the game clock in single digits. Rinsky's going to miss, but the rebound down low and the foul drawn. Too Good's going to go to the line.
Too Good just wanted this ball more than the defense. She gets there first. Look at how many red shirts surround her. I know she was trying to go back up with it, maybe could have kicked it out, but I think there were just too many defenders around her. She's going to go to the line and give JP a chance to have the lead after the first quarter.
So now the best she can do is tie it up. Defensive rebound here important for Western Canada. That ball's going to kick out off the rim and a tie up for it. So the possession arrow is going to go to Western Canada, I believe. We haven't gotten a signal yet. It will.
So 2.3 seconds here, really just hoping for a longer pass and then turn and fire.
Nothing's going to do here. They're just going to dribble the shot clock out. The shot came after the clock had ran out, so after the first half, the Western Canada Redhawks are leading the Rebels by a narrow score of 13-12. A lot of good defense being played in that half.
Yeah, especially by Western Canada. Really like their defensive rebounding, the position that they're in to get those rebounds. Both teams, though, have had open looks, particularly from distance, long range. It's just a matter now of making sure that they can make those shots. And like we said, both of us in that first quarter, I'm sure at some point when the players get a little bit more comfortable over the nerves of this being a final, JP in their home barn, I'm sure some of those open looks will start to drop.
I gotta say, we've seen some early season basketball games this year on the women's side of things, and this is one of the two of the better teams I've seen, and it looks to be one of the better games. They both look like they really know what they're doing on offense and defense.
I would agree with that. JP definitely works from the outside in. They try to post someone up, especially at the top of the free throw line. I think they know they have a bit of a height advantage over Western Canada, and they start to work from the post and try to kick it out or have that player spin off and open up a shot that way. Meanwhile, Western Canada, they've moved the ball so well. They're trying to get the ball into the post as well. Some of the length of JP is bothering that just a hair, but both teams certainly seem to be in sync here early on, and when you see some of these tournaments, sometimes that chemistry is almost what wins you these early season tournaments. When it comes to provincials and that kind of thing, the more you practice, the better game plans you have, that makes more of a difference later on the season. But early on here, it's all about chemistry and sometimes just sheer will and talent that carries you through early on.
For sure, and these highlights, you're seeing a lot of low post play and a lot of threes. That's what they're playing for today. That large trophy there, it's a nice one.
That's a large trophy.
I haven't seen it before.
Gonna have to. I think that's a two-person trophy. I think.
For sure. Two captains, not one person is not going to lift that thing up. Look at it in person, though. I don't think on camera.
Yeah, it looks way
really
bigger in person for sure.
That's like the size of my whole upper body.
Well, it's a 38th year of the REB Invitational. They actually have a second layer. It's like the Stanley Cup. They're just adding more rings to the bottom here. So.
This is a historic tournament. Teams, it's an international tournament too. You don't see that too often in Edmonton as the Rebels take the opening three in the second quarter. Stevenson's gonna miss it. Foul on the floor.
Early foul here. Good rebound position there by two Rebels players. Both number 11, Nadeau, and number 14, McLaren, were in good spots. McLaren had to bounce her way. She was almost open there on that inbounds play, but a good hand from number 6, Crombeen.
It's going to force the Rebels to reset, but a good inbound play, very clean. Rinsky, we've seen a lot of her. Under 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They're just going to have to put one up. They won't be able to, so shot coming a little too late there from Nadeau.
It's good defense by Western, but also some indecisiveness on the part of JP. Once they got the ball in low post, none of the players really moved around, opened things up for her.
Kosarini not going to use the screen, swinging it across. Three taken by Crombeen. Hits the left part of the rim. Rebels will slow things down. Now they'll pick things right back up. Rinsky taking some contact, going to the floor, no call. They're going to just move the ball around, and now on a breakaway is Muris and Correa. Good hustle back. Now they'll draw the travel. So Correa open look, she travels. Good hustle from the Rebels.
That's too bad there for number 10 for Western Canada, Anisha Jackson. Able to come up with a steal, looked like she had a lane. Once she got into the paint, she kind of was indecisive and did the cha-cha, so it's a traveling call.
Rinsky, long three is gonna miss. Wow, it's going to stay Rebels ball, so those long rebounds and those long shots can give a chance for long rebounds, better chance for the offense to take them down, but that one a case of just some indecisiveness on behalf of the Redhawks. Slashing down low, a good pass from Nadeau to McLaren. McLaren picks up the two.
Yeah, the Redhawks just kind of forgot about McLaren as they went to go double the driver Nadeau, and a good pass, easy bucket.
That one was nearly tipped away by Rinsky. Open again. Gonna miss wide left. Crombie missed it. Rebels, oh, physical play there from Watilla.
Just a jump ball.
Was a Rebel slow to get up. That looks like Alex McLaren. And we're gonna stop things briefly. It looks like hopefully McLaren is just winded, but
I'm not sure exactly what part of her hit the floor first. I think that's the big deal right now.
So an early injury for the Rebels. Megan Crombie from the Redhawks is out of this game. She had a knee injury earlier on in the tournament.
I think this is just McLaren. I think she just straight up landed flat on her chest and had the wind knocked out of her. She's just taking some big breaths now. Now she gets to her feet. Just needed a moment to catch her breath. That's a terrifying thing when you get the wind knocked out of you, because you feel like you can't breathe. And I don't know if there's any worse feeling than not being able to get any oxygen in your lungs.
So McLaren looks okay. She walks off. She actually gave the coach a little smile. I think there was a joke being told in there or something. So Redhawks take control. A whistle on the floor. I didn't see the call. I believe it'll be an offensive foul.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be called here against Bestra. Just set an illegal screen there. Off-ball pick and got caught for it.
Long pass. Was going to go a little too far. Nadeau throwing it away. That front court pressure can leave some shooters open in the offensive zone for the Rebels. Jackson's going to drive. I think she was looking to pass, but it gets tipped into the hands of Rinsky. She's going to get it out. Good swing pass, but it's going to be a travel.
That's just that indecisiveness again. Nadeau thought about shooting, thought about driving, ended up deciding to try to pass, but by that point she'd already started to take a couple steps forward.
Here's Jackson. They're going to move it up to Watilla, now down in the low post. Quick ball movement here. Crombie down low, and one.
That's a great move there by Crombie. Watch her get the ball up top, see a lane to drive, takes it, initiates a little bit of the contact herself, but you know what? Gets the call that time. She'll go to line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
We don't have the numbers of it, but this lead has been changing back and forth early on all game. Rebels, oh, she's just gonna lose the ball. Too good. Coming up a little short there. Rinsky nearly tips it away, but it's handled. Long pass, nearly gets away from Bostra. A lot of ball movement here, but not much developing as the shot clock starts to run out. That ball was tipped on its way up by Plouffe. Shot by Watilla, didn't have a chance. Rinsky finds herself open. Can't quite come up with the two. Jackson in transition. Redhawks move the ball quick. Jackson with the mid-range J.
Good transition offense there from Western Canada. Move the ball up the floor quickly before the defense can set. Get yourself a good shot.
Looks like Western Canada isn't afraid of shooting the mid-ranger. Some may tell you that's the least efficient shot, but some, like me and likely you, Grayson, would tell you a basket's a basket.
Man, I just have to score a basket. That was my goal. Don't care how it went in.
My goal was not to like double dribble or travel or something. There is a lot of talent on this floor.
Good defense there from Too Good. Getting hands on that shot. This will be Western Canada inbounds. Lots of time on the clock, though, 18 seconds.
Ball's going to be stolen away by Too Good, yeah. So a good defensive possession. She did it all there. Open three is going to be taken and just missed there by Asuncion. Another three. Rinsky, she'll make it.
Yeah, started with the offensive rebound. And you know when you get those offensive rebounds, those three-point shooters are usually open.
So Western Canada been struggling a little bit. They'll get the bucket there. That was Bostra. Rebels Rinsky, she's been all over the ball on offense today. She'll hand it off this time to Thera. Thera from mid-range. From about the free throw line, a little too strong. Western Canada, they're gonna drive and kick it to the outside. Swinging it along the perimeter, the three taken off the backboard. Nora Luca called bank.
Yeah, good ball movement though again by Western Canada to open up a three-point shot.
Rinsky, these are not home court rims here for Rinsky, but good defense by the teammate, and the pass is gonna go from Thera off of Rinsky's hands and out of bounds.
Just wasn't quite reset after Thera stole that ball. Subs made for both sides. Got about half a quarter left before we take a break.
22-17 right now for the Redhawks. They're gonna drive and the foul is picked up. Kerr drawing the foul.
Yeah, Sunshin just trying to rip the ball away here, and she does get a lot of the ball, but she got a little bit of the arm too, so foul called. Nobody in foul trouble yet, both teams just on two.
Good defense here from the Rebels, but the low post is gonna open up. And they're gonna keep their inside position, nearly an and one. When you get that inside position on the low post, those offensive rebounds are so much more likely.
JP just doing a little bit of ball watching there, watching that one bounce around off the rim while Western Canada was making sure they were in good position.
You can see some of the JP students starting to jump around a little more now. Someone's on the shoulders of a student beneath the rim.
That's a smaller student and a taller student combining to make one super person.
Yeah, that taller student, I coached him in baseball.
There you go.
So he can be a little goofy, but a good kid in general, here to support the Rebels today. It's going to be a slow possession here for the Rebels. The three is going to have to be taken, and it's going to be made downtown. Haley Fedek with the shot clock running out.
Now Lefty getting it to go. Pulls JP within two. Didn't look like they were going to have much going on there, but they managed to get a three.
Good look from the low post for Kiara Kerr.
You have to be in good defensive position against this Western Canada team. They'll move the ball so efficiently.
Asuncion. That ball, I believe it's off a Rebel. So Red Hawk ball as we see Maggie Smith checking back into the game, and there's a timeout on the floor taken by the Red Hawks. So it's been an interesting game. It's been a close game. It's 24-20 right now in favor of the Red Hawks. What are the Rebels going to have to do to slow down this Red Hawks offense?
It's just going to be about good defensive positioning mostly, because you know that Western Canada is going to move the ball really, really well. So it's just a matter of making sure whether they're in zone or whether they're in man-to-man, that they're doing their jobs defensively. And some of the offensive rebounding is starting to pick up a little bit for Western Canada as well. We showed that clip earlier where two of the JP players just kind of watching the ball bounce along the rim, while two Red Hawk players were there ready to grab it. Led to a foul. Didn't lead to any points, but if you let habits like that start to creep into your game, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble.
So you wonder what Coach Lauren Green is telling the Rebels in that huddle right now. And for the Red Hawks, it was a slow scoring first quarter for both teams, but I think we've scored just as many points here in the second quarter already with 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to play.
Yeah, it's 11-7 for the Red Hawks here in this quarter. Pardon me, 11-8. Because it was 13-12 after.
You got that memory that I
Math
don't.
is tough, man.
It's early in our seasons too, right?
I was told there wasn't going to be math.
We are in a high school, Grayson.
It's true.
So Red Hawks going to look to extend their lead. Blaskin going to take it up court and dish it off to Kerr. Now down low off the hands of Hornby. It'll be Rebel ball. I love the reactions down there.
They're having fun. I love to see some good school spirit. Saw it last week at Ross Shep too. Both the Edmonton schools in the boys final. That was a lot of fun. This has been enjoyable as well.
Slowing down the offensive Thera. Asuncion. Screen set from Plouffe. Asuncion finds an opening down low.
Love that from Alex Asuncion. Dropping that lower shoulder. Able to drive right around her defender off the glass and in.
Outside look, she's made a 3 already. Nora Luca is going to miss long on this one. Last 3 she made was off the backboard, and there was no backboard to help her there.
Good contest, good closeout by JP. Forced a longer shot than Luca would have liked to take.
Western Canada. Nearly by the defender Asuncion. Shot clock running out at 4 seconds. The shot's put up and the foul is drawn.
A bit of a late whistle there. We'll get another look at it. It looked like Kaylee Plouffe just reaching in there. I'm not sure if it's against her or if it was against Fedick.
So Ella Hornby going to take her 2 free throws. Jasper Place has committed another couple of fouls this quarter, and all of a sudden they're at 4 fouls, so a little bit of foul trouble with 3.5 minutes left to play in the first half.
Redhawks just need to be aggressive and try to take advantage of that fact. Continue driving to the basket.
Second free throw as well, missed by Hornby, but the offensive rebound and the second chance points from Maggie Smith.
That drives coaches crazy when you don't box out on a free throw miss.
Driving the baseline and kicking it out. Now at the top is Asuncion. Finds an open shooter. She'll dribble drive. Thera moves it back out again. Shot clock running down. Asuncion can't quite get the shot off in time. We've seen quite a few shot clock violations forced by this Redhawks defense.
Yeah, they're just in such good position. Really aggressive without being over aggressive. They're not fouling. They're not getting out of position with their aggressiveness. They're just right up on the Jasper Place players. It's really good defense and kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, everyone likes high-scoring games as the offensive foul is drawn by the Rebels there. I didn't see what happened. Was it off the ball?
It's just the push off there by number 15, Maggie Smith, as she tried to open up for that pass.
So Rebels going to be inbounding the ball in front of their own bench. That inbound pass is going to be tipped, so we'll move the spot of the inbound pass to the baseline. Redhawks bringing 3 defenders to defend the Rebels' 2 inbound receivers, so Rebel had to come down and receive the pass at about half court. Rinsky slowing things down, calling for the play. A screen set down low, and that's opening up a 3 for the Rebels. Fedick's going to miss that one, and a fight for the rebound is going to go out of bounds, and that'll favor the Redhawks.
There's a really nicely run play, though, by JP. Couple of low off-ball screens opened up the look for Fedick, but she just couldn't hit it.
Miscommunication.
We're going to say that Fedick got a finger on it, or they're going to have a discussion anyway, and they do reverse the call.
Yeah, a couple of refs pointed either way.
It didn't look like Fedick got a piece of it, so I think this is the right call.
I believe so as well. The miscommunication there from Crombeen and Kerr going to cost the Redhawks a possession. Jenna Karich, I believe it's her first minutes of the day. Down low, some contact going up, and the bucket's missed by McLaren. Now the defensive foul is drawn.
That's not a good foul for McLaren. I know she's trying to fight and win that ball back, but that's the 5th foul against the Rebels here in the second quarter, so that's just going to put Bestra on the line.
That could be a frustration foul as well. McLaren took that shot, and there was some contact drawn, no whistle, so maybe just trying to redeem the miss down low. It's been a tough free throw shooting day so far for the Redhawks. However, Wattila able to make both. That puts the Redhawks up 6. Open 3 for Asuncion, is going to miss. Off the back of the rim, the trap, throwing it out for the Redhawks. Wattila, defender comes over, and that's going to leave Maggie Smith wide open.
aside from one turnover off transition, Western Canada has been outstanding in that portion of the game, switching from defense to offense and getting good, easy baskets.
High screen set, now Assumption drives. She's gonna move around in the post. She'll miss everything. Good defense from the Redhawks. I'd say it's a lot more good defense than bad offense right now.
I would agree with that too. Western Canada just smothering right now on the defensive end.
All over the shot. However, the foul is whistled.
I think it's the one arm does get the ball, but it's the other one that comes across and hits the arms.
Larissa Stevenson committing the foul. Maggie Smith gonna miss her first from the line. And the second. So a tie-up for the ball. We were told the Redhawks would play physical today, and that's one more physical play we've seen from them.
I wonder if that's not a foul. I think it is. 3 now against Western Canada.
Look at the physical play here, though.
Yeah,
Just fighting for the ball.
Tough fall there for Stevenson, but able to win the ball for her team.
Redhawks at 4 fouls with just over a minute left to play here. And what's been a great first half between two very game teams. Here in the final of this iconic Edmonton tournament.
Good defense once again, Western Canada.
Watch for the Redhawks in transition. They've been good all day. They tried to dish it to Attila, but the ball was tipped by a Rebel. Now there's a timeout on the floor. So, interesting game so far. Redhawks up 8, but they don't look like they're up 8. Some teams kind of start to coast up 8 a little more. They are gritty.
Yeah, and it's really, again, been the defense that's paced them to this 8-point lead. They've held Jasper Place to 12 points in the first quarter, now just 10 here so far in the second quarter with 48 seconds left to go. Meanwhile, the offense, we mentioned it was going to start to pick up, and it has a little bit. They have 17 points here in the second quarter due to the Redhawks, so it has been starting to swing the momentum pendulum towards the team from Calgary here.
Yeah, you can see there in transition, the Redhawks defense has created so many opportunities so far. The Jasper Place Rebels in this final home game, they got here by beating the Lebolda Suns 92-87, so they played in a tight one, and the Western Canada Redhawks didn't have any easier of a game, beating the St. Albert Catholic Skyhawks 76-68.
Yeah, that Lebolda JP game was actually in overtime. And the school from Regina, 2-time defending Saskatchewan provincial champions. So a good team out of Regina that JP beat to get here. And they're facing a tough test as well in this Western Canada squad. No easy games at these big tournaments when you invite teams from out of province and out of country.
No, not at all, especially because you've never seen them before.
Yeah, you don't see them very often, yeah.
Redhawks, good inbound play. But the ball is stolen by Rinsky. She's got a 1-on-3 fast break, so a good choice to slow it down with 40 seconds left in the first half. Low post, bodying the defender, and missing was too good. And a foul on the floor. Either way, I believe we'll see free throws.
I think too good. Once she just kind of knocked Attila back, I don't have a problem with no call there. I think she was surprised she was so wide open. That she just was a little bit too strong on the shot, but I think they're arguing who's going to the line here. I think number 12, Tuga, thought she was fouled, but at the end it was Plouffe who was hacked, so she'll go to the line.
I mean, 15 and 12 are pretty similar numbers, right?
Maybe she thought she was a better shooter and she could sneak in there. As Plouffe makes the first anyway.
Plouffe, good on both. They don't quite have the same crowd behind the backboard that Jasper Place has been dealing with in this finals game here at Jasper Place High School. Western Canada contact down low. Maggie Smith going to go to the line.
Too Good does so many good things here. And unfortunately, she just moves the arms forward thinking that she's going to get a block. Better just to stand straight up and down and just prevent the shot from getting to the basket that way.
So after the 2 free throws, there will be 23.5 seconds left. Shot clock's going to be turned off, and that is an air ball there for Maggie Smith on the free throw. I'm sure Jasper Place and the students don't mind that. There's some curling going on there, except it's not weights, it's real live human bodies. They're having fun. We're having fun. Both teams having great games so far. The Rebels have the last possession if they want it, but that ball is going to be turned over as they try to get the ball down into the low post. Redhawks, 8 seconds left in the first half. The ball is tipped. They might have to chuck it up, but not before there's an over and back.
Watilla just couldn't stop it from going over the line, and this ball is going to be taken out at half court. So JP with 4.2 on the clock should be able to get some sort of look here, and then head coach Lauren Green is going to call a timeout, likely to draw something up here. I think the big thing, if you're Western Canada, we talk about this all the time, any basketball, any level, sometimes the most dangerous player on these plays is the player making that inbounds pass.
Yes.
They just kind of pop open and they have a good look.
Yeah, the defense can tend to sag off of them. I was actually just about to say the same thing. You read my mind there, Grayson. So we'll see who's inbounding the ball here for the Rebels. Normally you'll see some high screens being set off of these inbounds plays with, there's a ton of time. You can take a couple dribbles as well if you're not open right off the inbound pass with 4.2 seconds left.
I think that's important to realize too, is that there is that much time. You don't just have to catch and shoot it. You can catch it, take a couple dribbles to open something up, catch it, maybe pass it on to somebody else who picked off of another screen, something like that. There will have options, JP, and I'm sure that Coach Green is probably drawing up a couple of different scenarios. For example, if we get it into this player and this happens, you can go here or you can go here.
So Redhawks at 5 fouls. If they foul on the inbounds play, it will send Jasper Place to the line. So if you're not open, you at least got to get the shot up and try and draw some contact here. We'll see Brianna Thera inbounding the ball as the Rebels look to cut the, oh, there it is, inbound. Oh, Thera was open, trying to get it down to the low post.
What do we say? The most dangerous player is the player who passed the ball in bounds. I'm a little surprised she didn't just pull up and shoot it.
So Redhawks with 0.8 seconds won't be able to get a shot off. What a first half, Grayson. It's been great basketball from both teams.
Yeah, outstanding. Again, the difference, I think, in the 7 points is just Western Canada's defense has just been a little bit better than the defense from JP so far here in this opening half. I'm sure that both teams will head to the locker room. They'll make some adjustments, and it'll be really interesting to see how JP deals with that very aggressive Western Canada defense as we start to see them even press a little bit more full court on some of the inbounds plays from the end line.
So we'll see what adjustments the Rebels and the Redhawks make coming out of halftime. We're here on ICU Video. I'm Connor Toffin here with color commentator Grayson Knutson. Join us back here in about 7 or 8 minutes. Welcome back, everyone, to Jasper Place High School and the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament. I'm Connor Toffin, joined by color commentator Grayson Knutson. Grayson, the Redhawks right now with a 7-point lead going here into the second half. What kind of adjustments are the Rebels going to have to make?
Again, they're just going to have to figure out a way to score more points, and that starts with breaking down what is a very aggressive but disciplined Western Canada defense. Maybe they need to make some outside shots. Maybe they need to establish the low post. A combination of both would obviously be ideal. It's just a matter of finding something that's going to work initially, sticking with that to open up something else a little bit later on.
The winner will go and win the gold medals today, as well as a ginormous trophy.
It's a big trophy.
Yeah, it's a big trophy. Got him on the table close to us, and these are just some first half highlights we're showing you right now. Both teams were able to shoot it from deep, but I would say that they've had a very level offense so far. They've been able to score from mid-range, down low, outside. It's going to be very tough to defend, but the defense so far has held up for both teams.
It's good to see both teams not relying on one form of offense or the other. Nobody's married to the three. Nobody's constantly only working the low post. It's been a good mix of both. And like you said, when you start scoring one way, it usually opens up the other. So we'll see if those teams can continue to establish that type of offense here in the second half.
The spacing has been great from either team. Off-ball movement as well has been great from every team. This time we're, for the second half, we're flipping sides, so Western Canada shouldn't have quite the same struggles on free throws that they were earlier.
Shouldn't, but who knows? I'm surprised that whole section just didn't move to the other side, but maybe they figured it was just too much work to get all those guys out of their seats and tell them to switch.
So now Jasper Place will shoot towards their home crowd as they stand up. We are ready to go for the second half. Redhawks leading the Rebels 31-24. Rebels swinging the ball up high. They're going to get it to Rinsky, who just says, I'm going to shoot it. Comes up a little bit short. That was a very long-range shot from Rinsky. Redhawks. Ooh, a messy pass and a messy reception there from Blaskin to Crombeen, and it's going to bail out the Rebels. They'll get the ball back.
Start of this third quarter is going to be very important for JP. If they can keep pace here, they'll give themselves a shot. But if they start to fall behind, get trailing by double digits, or get into that 15-point range, it's going to be real tough for them to come back.
Three's going to be taken by Rinsky. Just barely. A little bit too strong. Good defense from the Rebels. We're still going to have 21 seconds on the shot clock, so nowhere near the 8 seconds you have to advance it. Seemed like a little longer than that, but they're still going to bring a little bit of front court pressure. Forces the screen set up high. Controlling the ball is Kosarini, going to dish it off to Crombeen. Open three from Blaskin. Missing. Offensive rebound brought down. Going to the floor is Bostra. The whistle has been blown.
Jump ball situation here. It looks like it's going to stay with Western Canada to start this second half.
Western Canada just not dribbling, quickly moving the ball around. Up high is Crombeen, and 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Gonna force it up. Wattila can't quite find the net. Rebels pushing the pace on the break, and one for Haley Fedek.
What a pass all the way up here. Good vision from Too Good. Perfectly placed to Fedek behind the defense. She lays it in easily, gets a foul as well.
It was almost like Fedek was running the go route in football, or the streak. A perfect find there from Too Good. Not quite able to convert on the and one. Here's Crombeen. And we get the screen set high by Bostra. Crombeen finds herself open. Good contest coming there from Plouffe, and the play is blown dead. It's going to stay Rebel ball.
It's a couple of fouls down at this end of the floor by Western Canada. That's going to make Head coach Sheldon Brady a little bit upset. You're just giving away fouls here early on in the half.
So 2 fouls. Once the Redhawks get to 5, the Rebels will shoot free throws. Mid-range shot is taken and missed by Plouffe. The rebound is fought for, and the jump ball is going to go to the Rebels.
See both teams getting the possession arrow advantage, fighting for offensive rebounds, and it's worked out. 14 on the clock for JP.
Long inbound pass. Gets handed back down to Rinsky, up and under underneath the rim. Can't quite find it as she drove the baseline. Crombie nearly tipped away there by the Rebels. Good defense being played, and now Fedek will switch on to the ball handler. Crombie with the 3. Looks good, misses right. They're gonna have a 1-on-0 if they want it again. Rinsky instead is gonna slow things down. Rinsky now, she'll dish it to Nadeau. Down to the low post, back up to Nadeau. Contest from Latilla, not strong enough. Jasper plays with a strong start to the second half.
Nice little inside out play there from the Rebels. Give it to the low post person, re-up, and there's a big block.
Too Good has been all over the place on defense. And now a steal. Nadeau on the breakaway. Oh, misses the layup. Sometimes you're just too open.
She had way too much time to think about that, I think. She comes back with a bit of a smile on her face. I would have tied the game up, and the place would have went pretty crazy.
Blaskin to the outside. A good find from Blaskin. Kosarini with the 3.
Yeah, Kosarini wide open there, and she didn't miss.
We are set up for an amazing second half between 2 very game teams. Early on in this 2019-2020 high school basketball season. That shot was missed to fight for the ball. Redhawks having a lot of problems. The shot clock wasn't started, so they're still gonna have 20 seconds. Another 3 from Kosarini comes up a little short. Rebound brought down by Plouffe. Frantic pace here to start the second half. Oh, just rolling out Nadeau. Can't quite get the roll, and look at the physical play down low. There's a UFC event tonight, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now a little bit. This has been a gritty game.
Been a couple of just chippies miss here by JP, and I hope those points don't come back to bite him, because those are points you could sure use right now. 5 is the difference. You think of the 1 breakaway there, and then that one you'd be within 1 here. This ball is going to be with Western Canada.
Crombie gonna take it up court. Rebels set their defense in the half court. Looks like they're trying to find Bosher on the low post. They won't though. Instead they'll go back up into the corner and open from mid-range, missing everything. We'll call it a pass as the second chance points are made by Maggie Smith.
Help defense had to come over and contest the shot that left Smith wide open underneath for an easy rebound and put back.
Big steal there from the Redhawks. Crombie got her hands on that one. Pushing the pace, there's going to be an open 3. Kerr coming up a little too strong. Ball's going to go to the Redhawks, or the Rebels rather.
Some subs coming in here for JP, trying to just get some fresh legs out there.
Kaylee Plouffe going to leave the game. Talking to head coach Lauren Green before, I kind of recognize the Plouffe name a little bit. They are somewhat iconic in terms of Canadian women's basketball, and Kaylee Plouffe is somehow related to Catherine and Michelle. Couldn't quite find out exactly how, but they do share that same last name, some basketball lineage on this Rebels team.
Yeah, the Plouffe sisters synonymous with women's basketball and just basketball in general here in the city of Edmonton. They've done so well for national teams, had good pro careers overseas. Now playing a little 3-on-3 as that sport will make its Olympic debut next summer in Tokyo.
When they came here for the qualifiers, they actually won the gold medal here in Edmonton. A lot of talent in women's Canadian basketball right now as the Rebels. Stevenson stared it down from way outside. Instead, she'll drive and miss the layup, and There's a foul on the floor. Looks like it's going to go against the Redhawks.
Yeah, that's just McLaren grabbing the rebound, just being taller than every one of the other players on the opposite team. Grabbing that ball, getting fouled. 3 now on Western Canada. 0 fouls against JP here in half number 2. So good discipline from the Rebels. They just need to kickstart the offense a little bit more.
In the corner was Nadeau. Long rebound. They're going to get it back to Nadeau. She's going to have a second chance. Last one is too short. Second one, she over adjusts. Too strong. Redhawks. If there would have been a Rebel there, that would have been a turnover. Instead, now we see the Redhawks in the low post. That's Ella Hornby. Whistle is blown.
Just in the key too long. 3-second violation called against Hornby. Caught the ball down low. Couldn't figure out what to do with it and wound up staying in the lane too long.
Lots of open threes the second half. There's another one. Larissa Stevenson.
They're not shy to take him right now. Western Canada really defending the lane, almost daring JP to shoot from distance. If they keep making them, they'll have to adjust.
What a game we've seen through 26 minutes of play. Crombie gets the roll.
Bit of a lucky break there. The ball just kind of bounced right to her off a couple of deflections. She'll take it.
Asuncion gonna pass it off to Stevenson. She's gonna be open. She'll take it. She'll make it.
Western Canada starting to double the post player. That's leaving the outside shooter wide open. And again, if JP keeps making them like this, Western Canada's gonna have to change up their philosophy defensively.
Rebels, however, still up 3 as Crombie drives the baseline and draws the foul. Danny Nadeau committing the foul there as Rinsky's gonna come in for her. Only the first foul committed in the second half for the Rebels. Trying to get it down in the low post.
It's good defense there from Asuncion. Got a hand in, knocked it off the leg of the Western Canada player, and it'll be Rebel ball. Chance to tie it up possibly with another triple.
Stevenson made a couple threes already in the second half. She's going to lose her dribble. Great defense from Maggie Smith. Rinsky's going to have to come up with something with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to find Stevenson again. A little short. Good contest by Maggie Smith. Redhawks throwing the ball up court. Low post. That'll hit the side of the backboard. Ella Hornby can't quite find her shot. And that pass is going to go errant off of a cymbal.
The cymbal player there just a little bit surprised. Luckily she had 2 big shields to protect herself.
Redhawks up 3, looking to extend their lead. They've been looking to find the low post all night, and you'll see them pass out to the outside quite often. Just like that as they drive the baseline. Crombie a little too strong on the 3. Here's Crombie again. Gonna dish it to Hornby. Dribbles with her right, slows up, passes down low. Ball bounces all the way around the rim. Kira Kerr with the basket.
Just started with that offensive rebound. There were 3 red jerseys down low to only 2 white Rebel shirts, and that's pretty obvious to figure out who's going to win that battle.
Rinsky just stops up and takes the deep 3.
JP shooting, keeping them in this contest right now. They don't have a lot else going on for them offensively.
Looking like the Golden State Warriors on offense right now. It's been a quick pace, lots of threes. Now they're gonna foul. I believe that was on the shot, so Kara Kerr is gonna go to the line.
Not this year's Warriors, that's for sure. But
I should have said the Rockets, right? The Rockets with a Westbrook or something. I think either of these women's teams, by the way, would beat the Knicks, right?
Oh, man.
Like the Warriors just lost to them the other night. I think both of these teams would beat the Knicks right now.
Maybe.
2 for 2 from the line goes Kerr. Asuncion with her right hand goes to Rinsky. Screen set up high by Plouffe. Half the shot clock already gone. Plouffe in the low post, finds Rinsky. She's not gonna miss.
Another wide open three for JP. Western Canada gonna have to do something about that.
Just the way the momentum's going, it's amazing that Western Canada still has the lead, and one, Maggie Smith. Rebels making a bunch of threes. Maggie Smith says, I'm gonna get it the old school way.
Well, she should have made the first bucket, but great tenacity there by Smith to grab her own miss, make sure she didn't make the same mistake twice. Now she can go to the line, try to add to a 3-point Redhawk lead.
She'll do just that. Low working free throw finds the bottom of the net. We're gonna have to bring a lot of defensive pressure up on Rinsky. She has been making them from all over, like right about there. So good contest from Crombeen, hands up. Assumption, Rinsky's open. They're gonna find her. Contest from Crombeen got there in time. Rinsky and one!
Rinsky just taking this game over. Noted in the first quarter, she can drive and slice her way in and get pretty much anything she wants at the bucket. She missed a couple of them in that first half and kind of went away from that. So it was nice to see that now that the defense started to close on her on those threes, she's going right back to what was working early on.
Rinsky gonna miss the free throw, but a steal down low. Good defense there from Fedek, but she throws it away, so that's gonna give the Redhawks numbers going up court, but Plouffe tips it down low, and the foul is drawn. Ella Hornby going to the line for two.
I was scrambling. Neither team really knew who had possession of the ball a lot of the time, running back and forth there, and it winds up falling to the Redhawks, and they managed to get fouled, so opportunity to stretch the lead, make sure they can maintain it going into the final 10 minutes.
So Ella Hornby looking to stretch the lead to 4. With 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Will stay a one-possession game as she misses the first. That hometown crowd might not be right in the face of the free throw shooter, but they're not quiet, that's for sure. Down 3. Slashing to the rim, can't quite get the bounce is Thera. That ball is gonna go off a Redhawk. Jasper Play students making the call.
It just hit the shoe there of Cosarini as she was trying to get out of the way.
Good drive, an opening was found, Too Good.
Good footwork there from Too Good. Got around her defender, put it up.
So Crombeen with the shot clock turned off. Redhawks only up 1. They were up 8 coming into the third quarter. That shot's gonna miss wide right. Crombeen from way deep, just a little too strong. That one nearly went, but now we are set up for a finish, 46-45 at the end of this third quarter for the Redhawks. Good battling there from the Rebels. They took that 8-point deficit. Now it sits at only 1.
Yeah, the outside shooting for JP. We said those shots would start to fall, and they really did, particularly from Jenna Rinsky, number 6. There's a one there from Stevenson, number 7. So the outside shooting really brought JP back into it. Western Canada is still able to get quite good looks offensively, particularly from down low and on offensive rebounds as well. So JP still needs to shore up their defense a little bit, while Western Canada on the defensive side needs to make an adjustment. They can't let Rinsky stay open outside, obviously, anymore, so they're going to have to do something about that.
I can't imagine it's easy if you're the Redhawks when the Rebels have been making shots from everywhere. As long as they're over that half-court line, you'll see there that's Stevenson hitting it from deep. They've been shooting it and making it from anywhere, so you got to stretch that defense out. Later on in the third quarter, we've seen Rinsky take advantage of that as the defense came to close out. She slashed to the basket. This one might be it. No, that's Rinsky.
Just using the screen there. Little stop and pop. There's Rinsky again. Yeah, she was hitting from pretty much everywhere in that third quarter. And I think one thing that was impressive too is she was finding ways to get herself open, whether it was using a screen or just being clever with some of her off-ball movement. Because obviously Western Canada would have been paying attention after watching her make all those buckets, so for her to keep getting those open looks is impressive from her.
Rinsky slowly becoming the game story here, the 5'4" grade 12 guard. That ball is going to go off a Rebel and out of bounds. So they'll waste away their first possession here of the fourth quarter. Kosarini down low, Kosarini up top. A little short on the three. Tough rebound brought down. A Redhawk is slow to get up. That's Blaskin. She looks okay. That ball out of bounds.
Kosarini called for, I think, just a bit of a grab there. So it should be inbounds for JP. A tough foul for Western Canada to take. They had eaten up 4 seconds there. Only needed 4 more, and they had the player trapped.
So here's Rinsky. We'll see what she can drum up here in the fourth quarter. Rebels down low. Haley Fedek. We've been talking a lot about Rinsky, but Haley Fedek has been just as good.
A soft touch off the glass there, real nice with the offhand, and now JP is in front.
Screen was set by Watilla. She'll dish it off to Crombeen, missing the three.
Just got a fingertip deflection off a Rebel there, so could still be with Western Canada here.
That's McLaren taking away the sight of the inbounder. Deep three taken and missed. So the Rebels will dish it off. Rinsky looking to get it into the low post. Good defense is going to stop that by Kerr. Nadeau, Rinsky, the jab step, she'll go in and put it up off the backboard with her left hand.
I'm not sure how she managed to get that shot off and get it to go in. What an acrobatic play from Rinsky.
We've seen some truly special play from both teams. We're set up for a great finish. Kosarini, I believe that one off the hand of a Rebel, as Watilla is going to have to drive. They're going to call Rebel ball.
No foul there, just losing the handle there was Watilla. A timeout's going to be taken here by Sheldon Brady. He doesn't like what he's seeing from his squad here to open up the fourth. They've given up the lead, and momentum is clearly in the JP camp at the moment.
I was kind of waiting for that timeout to be called, with JP taking all the momentum. They came into this half down 8. They're now up 3. You can see they've just been so good, and this is such a good basket from Rinsky.
Just off balance, manages to chuck it up, but found the line to use the glass and bank it in gently.
8 minutes and 9 seconds away from winning a championship at their home, but this is anything but a sure thing. Our score is 49-46. The Redhawks and the Rebels, two of the best programs in Alberta women's basketball.
Be interesting to see what the Redhawks here do. They've been stalled offensively and had to settle for a lot of three-point shots. They haven't all been bad looks, but they're not making them right now. They need to find a way to get back into the post, start driving like they were in the first half. That was leading to a lot of their offense.
There is an energy in this gym right now that is pretty much unmatched. Deep three taken. It's going to be missed by Haley Fedek. Redhawks can get it within 1 or tie it up. Here's Watilla. They'll dish it down to the low post. Give and go. Watilla open in the lane, makes the 2.
How nice was that? They got it into Micah Bestra down low. Just a little give and go with Watilla. Brilliant. That's the kind of stuff that Western Canada needs.
Rinsky in the corner now is Nadeau making their 3 in response.
The contest was there. It was just a smidge late, though. Nadeau able to get the shot off.
Redhawks, Watilla has a little bit of space, instead gonna get it to the mid-range, and the block from Too Good. She's been all over the place on defense. McLaren down low, gathers the ball, and it's gonna go off of a Redhawk and out of bounds.
Yeah, knocked away there by Kerr. Good recovery by Western Canada, but huge block at the other end by Too Good. 6'1", grade 12 forward, able to disrupt that shot.
In the low post, Fedek was defended by two Redhawks there, so she'll come up short with the left hand. Redhawks down 4 as they look to defend their title. They won here in the REB Invitational last year. Crombie travels.
Again, just moving before she started to dribble the ball there. But too bad, because Redhawks would have had numbers after the diving Rebel player tried to come up with a loose ball on the floor, was out of position.
Rinsky, you cannot give her any space right now. That time, she's gonna come up a little bit short. Crombie. Now down low.
Love the footwork there, that's nifty.
Maggie Smith getting the look. Rebels nearly tip it out of bounds. Now it's going to be stolen in a one-on-one. Here's Kerr. She's going to drive and lose the ball. And they'll say it did not go off of a Rebel. Straight off of Kerr. Rebel ball.
A little bit out of control there from Kerr. Surprised that wasn't called off JP. Looked awful close, but the officials are standing right there, and we're kind of up a little higher in the crowd, so they have a better look than we do.
We'll always give them the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
Rinsky steps back, gathers, and ploof. Oh, I thought that was going down. It'll be too strong. Now driving the baseline and missing the shot is Nadeau.
Good defense there from Crombie. Stood up tall, arms up straight, didn't move, and deterred the shot.
You can see the exhaustion setting in on both teams' faces here. The mouths are open, they're breathing heavy. But we still got just under 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. This game is anything but over. Everything up for grabs. Rinsky gonna dish it down into the low post. It was poked away from Karish. Rebel ball.
Once again, just off a foot of a Redhawk player.
Rinsky to inbound. She'll get it up high to Asuncion. Spinning around, getting through the two defenders, drawing the foul. A good move from Asuncion.
Real slick there from the grade 12 Asuncion. Here's another look at it. Able to spin around. And the help defense come over, and that's where the foul was committed. Just kind of squeezed her out there.
Maggie Smith committing the foul. Not much of an option but to foul. Otherwise, Asuncion would have been open, so she's going to have to earn her 2 points, and she'll do just that. Doubles the lead for the Rebels, 54-50. Open three is taken by Jackson off the backboard, off the rim, and a miss. Now trapped down low. Rinsky's going to get fouled.
Yeah, it's a good trap. And she was able to cause the foul by just trying to get out of the way, drag her leg across. Got tripped up there. So 3 fouls against Western Canada, 0 still against JP. They had very few in the third quarter as well. And that was one of the ways Western Canada was getting some extra offense, was free throws in the first half. They haven't done that here in half number 2, so maybe they just need to be a little bit more aggressive driving to the basket.
Asuncion just barely avoiding the 8-second violation, gets it up with 17 on the shot clock. Plouffe from deep. Redhawk ball.
I think they're going to call Thera there just over the back. Get another look at it here. Just a miss off the glass, and yeah, it's kind of 50-50 contact.
Only the first foul of the quarter for the Rebels. They have avoided any sort of foul trouble in this game. Down low, Maggie Smith blocked. That was Karash with the block. Ball is stolen away by Rinsky. Wide open. Oh, and they miss it again. That's the second time we've seen it this game, but she'll pick up the garbage. So Rebels and Rinsky with a second chance.
Tough to miss an open look, but if you steal it back, that's not bad either.
Oh, if you can get a basket and waste some time. Assumption. Corner up to Rinsky. Going to get the screen set from Plouffe. Rinsky staring down the rim. Only a couple seconds left. Oh, that one went all the way down and all the way back up. And that ball's going to go off of a Redhawk and out of bounds. Plouffe hustling for the rebound.
Western Canada cannot catch a break at the moment. Balls just tend to be going off their toes and out of bounds on rebounds. Just not able to secure it right now at the moment. And JP will look to take advantage here. This is their third chance at a basket this trip down the floor.
Katie Wattila checking in for Ella Hornby now. Oh, that inbound pass nearly got away from Plouffe, and now Will Jackson with the steal. 2-on-1 fast break. The Redhawks, Plouffe in transition with the contest. And then Kosarini's going to get fouled.
Kosarini, this was good transition. This is what Western Canada was able to do in the first half. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to run much here in half number 2. This time they're able to draw a foul and get to the line. Cut this lead is their goal. Try to get it from 4 down to 2.
So a slew of substitution for the Rebels as Nadeau, Too Good, and Fedek all check in with just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Going to the closers now, looks like, is what Lauren Green is doing.
They've been very good all game, and we're going to see Kosarini get it to at least a one-possession game. So they'll only be down 2. More subs coming in for the Redhawks. Crombie checks back in. Rebels, some front court pressure being brought by Western Canada. Rinsky, screen set by Plouffe. They've been playing the two-man game so much this fourth quarter as Rinsky makes the mid-range hopper.
That's nice. She even had the help defense come over and still just popped it over top of her.
Wattila. Now from three-point land, Kira Kerr takes control. They're going to get it back to Wattila. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Crombie makes the 3. Contest coming a little too late from Nadeau.
They worked the clock there and got a look they wanted. Made sure to make it.
Listen to how loud the crowd is here for the Rebels. Rinsky with the scoop. She was open, just missing. Redhawks, they're going to have numbers. Only a 2-on-2 actually in the front court. Wattila gets it deflected away. Now an open 3 for the Redhawks. Kiera Kerr with the biggest basket of the game.
It looked like the Redhawks were going to try to rush that transition possession, but they held up smartly and got a decent look, and now the Rebels have turned the ball over. Momentum, pendulum swinging back and forth here at the REB Invitational.
Timeout's going to be taken.
I think it's a good timeout here by Lauren Green. Settle things down for her squad. Under 3 to go, 2-point Redhawk lead, and they have the ball.
Settle things down for everybody briefly, but we're not going to be able to rest long because these last 3 minutes are set up to be crazy. Like you said, Grayson, the pendulum has been swinging back and forth. Rinsky so good in the second half. The Redhawks have been playing a great team game so far, though.
Yeah, they move the ball really well. They don't care who scores as long as the ball goes in the basket. That's pretty much the Redhawk philosophy, whereas you can see JP clearly running a lot of the offense through Rinsky and her passes when she drives into the lane. So it'll be interesting to see how these final 3 minutes play out. I don't know how much Rinsky has left in here. Remember, this is the third game in 3 days for both these teams, and if you're JP, of course, you had an overtime game yesterday, so your starters would have gotten a lot of extra minutes playing tight game down the stretch and then again in OT.
Yeah, I think if Jasper plays, for the sake of the tournament organizers, if we're going to name an all-star and MVP, it would help them a lot if the Rebels won.
It would, yeah.
Because just looking down the roster here for the Redhawks, I have no clue who would get it. It's been The ball has been spread around so well today. This has to be their closing lineup on the floor now, as Crombeen is going to drive right to left. Watilla now open is Kosarini. Too strong, rebound brought down and missed by Kerr. Fight for the ball. Oh, that might have been an early whistle.
I think they wanted to call it when it was grabbed by both teams, because it looked initially like maybe JP had it, then coming over the top a little bit was Western Canada. It's going to stay with the Redhawks though, and they get a fresh 24.
Redhawks will give the inbound pass to Bostra. And now it's going to go off the leg of Nadeau. Shot clock halfway through. Inbound pass now to Crombeen. Screen set high by Watilla. 3, too strong. Redhawks coming up with another rebound, but this time the possession arrow on the tie-up is going to go to the Rebels.
JP playing with fire a little bit here, not able to get any defensive rebounds, giving the Redhawks all sorts of chances to extend that lead. Luckily, they come away unscathed.
So the Rebels down 2. Rinsky gets blocked. I believe that was
too much.
Yes, and I believe that was Crombeen with the block. Crombeen now going to swing it down low to Bostra, who picks up the travel call. Rebel ball.
Yeah, just lifted the pivot foot there. She was in the triple threat stance and decided to move before she started to dribble.
Here's Danny Nadeau. She has made her impact spread out throughout this game. Too good, and Rinsky. Oh, Rinsky tries to get it back down to Too Good, but that was pretty much Watilla just putting a stop to that thing.
It's a good defensive possession there from Western Canada.
Redhawks, Kerr driving, defended by Rinsky. That ball is going to go off of Too Good and out of bounds.
10 on the clock for the Redhawks. Buck 30 left in the game. We're in for a finish.
Redhawks, this is a tough place to inbound the ball, a lot less space. You see why. Crombeen picks it up. Watilla, 4 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to get poked away, and ball is going to go to the Rebels.
Yeah, poked away and then just hitting the arm last of Watilla. So chance for JP once again to tie or take the lead.
Offense has been much better in the second half for JP, but they have had troubles in the last couple possessions of getting good looks. Rinsky, defended by Crombeen. It's been a battle of the sixes at point guard for most of the night. Up top, that's a deep 3 from Nadeau. Gonna miss everything, and it's gonna go to the Redhawks. It looked like Nadeau might have actually had a chance at the rebound, but
anticipating it bouncing off the rim, you never really expect it to hit nothing and just kind of bounce out of bounds, but that's what happened there.
Under 1 minute left to play, the Rebels gonna need to come up with a stop. Down low, Maggie Smith in the post, swings it up high. That ball's tipped away by Plouffe. One-on-one, Plouffe goes up and makes it. Tie game. My apologies, that was actually Haley Fedek with the basket. Timeout, Redhawks. 44 seconds left. Haley Fedek just tied the game at 58.
Outstanding read defensively here by Fedek as we take a look at one of the threes made by Western Canada. But she was able to poke the ball away, didn't panic when the defender was charging after her. She did have an outlet to pass it, decided to go up by herself, which is probably the smart thing to do in that situation. Here is that last play, just reading that pass, getting there. You can see she has an option, but decides she's in a great spot, flips it off the glass and down. We're tied at 58 with 49 seconds to go.
The band is gonna bring us back into this last minute of play. It'll be interesting to see what both teams draw up. The Redhawks have been so good as a team so far. Just looking at those highlights, it seems like it's never the same person taking back-to-back shots. The Rebels, there have been so many good players for them today. Somewhat in spurts. We've seen a lot of Too Good in spurts, a lot of Rinsky in spurts. Stevenson has made a couple threes throughout the game. Nadeau, Fedek with the big shot there. Kaylee Plouffe has been great.
It's nice to have a roster that is that many players deep, so that when one player does go cold or two players go cold, you've got one or two more that can step up for you. And I think that's the exact same thing with Western Canada here. You don't know, and that makes it so difficult to guard defensively because you don't know who you should focus on, who you should key on.
Crombeen, Kosarini, Kerr, Wattila, Bostra have all been so good for the Redhawks today. Offensive foul.
Just moving on the screen there, maybe wrapping the arm. It's a big foul here. Let's get another look at this.
Oh, that is such a tough call.
Yeah, I don't know. It really could have went either way. It also just could have been left alone too. In the eyes of the officials, it was a bit of a moving screen there. So it's going to be JP ball with 40.6 to go. Another timeout here.
Timeout was called by JP. Keep in mind, the Redhawks are at 4 fouls. Any foul they commit, it doesn't matter if it's shooting or if it's on the floor, it's going to send the Rebels to the line.
That's going to slow the game down quite a bit. One more look at that. I'm not sure. That's tough. Because I'm not sure that, you know, Too Good should be allowed to go over the top as much as she is. She's almost pushing the offensive screening player over, which is forcing her to move, which is why they call it a moving screen. So that's tough. I mean, the officials, unfortunately for them, they only get one look at it. We get multiple slow motion replays, so we can dissect it as much as we want.
They don't get a replay. Will the game come down to that call? We've still got 40.6 seconds left to play in this one. We're back to where we started. No leads for either team. It is 58 to 58. The Redhawks were up 8 at half. They had a great first half today, but the Rebels have fought back to tie this game and to get possession with just over 40 seconds left. So if you do the math, it could just be a possession for each team. I doubt we'll see that though. It'll depend on what the Rebels do here. Nadeau down low, contested, rebounds brought down by Kerr. Wattila, there is 9 seconds separation from the shot clock and the game clock. Crombeen swings it to Kerr. Kerr from the mid-range makes it. Now a whistle on the floor. I think we're just making sure that the time is correct because now the basket, on every basket, the time will stop. So 22 seconds left. I doubt the Rebels are going to be looking for last shot here, but the shot clock will be turned off.
Just got to get a good look. Doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 3, just some kind of good look here.
Rinsky gets trapped at half court. A good pass out. Oh, open in the corner for a second. A dish across, missed by Plouffe. Rebound brought down, and off the bottom of the rim was Nadeau with the shot, and now they're going to have to foul, sending Meka Bostra to the line.
There's the foul. You can see if we could bring that back just a little bit further. They was asking for a foul where the Rebels, unfortunately, they're not going to get that call. So timeout taken here, I believe, by Sheldon Brady, and he's given the 2 hands, calm down, everyone signal. They know they're 6.3 away from another championship here, but there's still a lot of work to do because they're going to go to, they have a little work to do. Let's see.
Now is the first foul from the Rebels in a while, so it actually won't send the Redhawks to the line. They're still going to have to inbound it. I'm not sure if that's good for the Rebels, though. I think at this point you might just want the clock stop taking free throws.
It is tough. Maybe you want them to take free throws right away. Of course, the benefit of this is you do have an opportunity to steal it once more and just get something quickly with 6.3 to go. So got to be really interesting. I would imagine the pressure will be very, very high from JP trying to force that steal and then immediately fouling if they don't come away with it.
That was one of the bigger baskets of the game for Fedek. The Redhawks have been responding all fourth quarter. That's the separation in the game right now, that mid-range jumper. So the timeout will advance the ball. Western Canada with space. that ball was tipped away, and they're gonna say that it went off of Nadeau. Dangerous for the Redhawks.
Oh, that was close though. Almost got fingertips of the Redhawk player.
Plouffe defends the inbound. Oh, that whistle was early. They're gonna call the Rebels for a foul. So another inbound play, the time just slowly getting away from Jasper Place.
It's still only 3 fouls, like they're gonna have to foul again. So this is a real tough situation here for Jasper Place. Oh, up to 4 now, sorry. They hadn't changed it from 2 earlier.
So they're gonna need a quick foul or a quick steal.
Offensive foul.
Rebels gonna have one more chance with 2.8 seconds left. 0.3 actually ticked off the clock, but I'm not sure if they had inbounded it yet.
Yeah, it was just a moving screen here before the ball's even inbounded. It should go back to 3.1, but I don't think they will.
Watch for Rinsky.
Maybe they are going to change it now.
Good call. If they do that.
The drama here in the girls' final of the REB Invitational.
So they're going to have to inbound from their own backcourt. This is the play. This is your best play. Plouffe to inbound. That ball is going to get thrown away into the hands of Watilla. The Western Canada Redhawks have won the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament Finals.
Wow, what a dramatic finish to this game. Lead changes aplenty all throughout the contest, and it's Western Canada. Kiara Kerr making a bucket late, and then they were resolute defensively. Didn't let Jasper Place get any good looks there at the end in that final minute. Well-deserved victory, but what a game from both teams.
Don't hang your heads if you're Jasper Place. Both teams playing so good. Western Canada going to go back home to Calgary with gold medals.
And they'll look to make it a sweep in the boys' final, too. You can see some of the guys trying to creep on and get ready for warm-up, but we still have awards and medals to hand out.
Be sure to stick with us for that. What a game. I'm exhausted. We still got another game to do.
That was wild. I enjoyed every second of that. What a fun game. I'm sure these two teams, if they play this well all throughout the season, they're probably going to run into each other somewhere down the line, likely in a provincial situation.
The Redhawks took down the Rebels last year in the bronze medal game. This time they do it in the gold medal game of the REB Invitational Basketball Tournament.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to announce our All-Stars.
So first we're just going to announce some All-Stars from either team, and no surprise there, Jenna Rinsky picking up the All-Star for the Rebels.
She's a little confused, not sure where she's supposed to go.
So she'll go home with the tournament basketball. It's a pretty sweet reward.
It's not bad. It says REB Invitational on it, the whole 9 yards. That's pretty cool.
Sometimes you just go home with like a $10 gift card or something. It's kind of nice to go home with a memorial like that. And from the Redhawks, the All-Star is Kennedy Blaskin. We actually didn't see too much of her today, so I'm assuming she was great in the first couple games. And also picking up All-Star nominations, Katie Combreen. No surprise there.
She's the MVP.
Oh, MVP.
It's Crombeen, yeah.
She had such a good game today.
Silver medal time for JP. Tough, looking to win for the first time since 2016. Unfortunately, going to have to go home with second place. But after a game like that, you'll be massively disappointed. But give it a couple days, and you'll be like, man, that was a fun game. What a game we played. Great effort.
Kaylee Plouffe, Alex McLaren, Haley Fedek, Elise Toogood, Danny Nadeau, Tanissa Murison Correa, Charlie Trudgeon getting her medal, Jenna Karash, Larissa Stevenson, Jenna Rinsky, coach Rika Mensa. I'm happy I didn't have to do that name too much today. Brianna Thera. Alex Asuncion. And Julia Huang make up the second placing team here in the REB Invitational Basketball Tournament. Captains will go up to accept the trophy. So we'll see Asuncion, Plouffe accepting the trophy, as well as Danny Nadeau, as they feel the applause from their home crowd. A great game played by them today. No reason to hang your heads if you're Jasper Place.
No, that game really, at the end of the day, could have gone either way, and you play it 9 more times, and it probably winds up being 5-5. So Western Canada just coming away with a victory on this day. I'm sure JP will remember that, and keep it in mind should they meet again down the line.
Western Canada, there's Karash. Not Karash, rather, Kerr. So many good team players. Watilla, Kosarini, Maggie Smith, Nora Luca, Alexia Bloom, Ella Hornby, as well as coaches Sheldon Brady, assistant coach Carrie Blaskin, and managers Emma Payne, Kyle Schwartz, Oleg Orlov, and Charlotte Faulkner.
All right, ladies, you're gonna love this trophy.
And now we gotta get the trophies out. One that stays here and one they can take home with them.
Captains to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019
Captains taking the trophy, Watilla and Blaskin. Such a good tournament from the Western Canada Redhawks. They'll go home with the gold medals in the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament. And stick around with us. We're gonna see a men's matchup coming up, the men's gold medal game in about 10 minutes. But the final score of today's women's final was 60-58 in favor of the Redhawks, as they're getting their picture taken with the trophy now.
Just gonna wait to see if we can't grab a couple of interviews here in these post-game celebrations. Got to get that photo first. Our producer Rob Zitlau down there looking to round up a player or two.
Looks like we're gonna get Crombine. There you go.
Thank you.
Flip over here.
Okay.
Katie Crombine, you got us over here.
Hi.
Hey Katie, congratulations on the gold medal.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the post-tournament honors, the MVP.
Thank you so much.
Katie, you guys came up from Calgary.
Yeah.
You're a grade 12, you're a veteran on this team. How did the win feel today?
It was amazing. Yeah, we haven't had a game like that until our semifinal and then our final again. And it was super exciting. And that was our second year that we won this tournament, so that makes it even sweeter.
Did you guys feel like maybe you had a bit of a target on your back knowing that you had won last year?
I think we always do, so as does JP and St. Albert. They're competitive teams, so yeah, I definitely felt like that as part of the competition.
How weird is it right now to be surrounded by a bunch of teammates asking you questions while you're getting interviewed?
I know, they're like, what's happening?
So the Jasper Place Rebels brought you guys a lot of trouble, especially later on in the game. Jenna Rinsky was so good. You're getting photobombed, by the way, just to let you know.
Yes.
But how did you guys deal with that and end up coming up winning in such a close, tightly contested game?
Yeah, well, our team's really senior this year. We have 8 returning players and then 5 new ones, and I think that the seniority helps. We've been in those games before, and I think our team just kept their composure, which was huge.
All right, thank you so much, Katie. You're all good to go. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
That was fun. A lot of these players don't expect that to come right after the game as a little interview.
No, I'm not even
post-game.
sure if they all know. So
now
we're
we
gonna
have head coach Sheldon Brady.
Hello.
Hello, Sheldon. Can you hear us?
Yeah, vaguely.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get through it. First of all, congratulations on the gold medal. It's the second year straight for the Redhawks winning this tournament. How does it feel?
Exhausting. This is such an awesome tournament with some top teams in the province, and even just to get to a final, it's pretty impressive. You know, going through Salisbury, not an easy matchup. They came out with a lot of aggression. Going through St. Albert, I've never been in such a battle with, you know, the last 10 years. They were a terrific team. We managed to get through there, and then of course JP, you know, ball coach, their size, guard, play. They've got every piece to win this game, and that's why it's a 2-point game.
Sheldon, really impressed with your defense, particularly in the first half there. Second quarter really shut them down, and then again right at the very end, you didn't give JP anything. Is that something you guys pride yourselves on, is defense?
Yeah, defense is a fundamental standard for us. And if you got to play, you got to rotate. Because if you don't, a team like JP is going to make you pay. And occasionally they did.
Coach, your team ended up coming up with...
the jumps are coming on. I didn't hear that last one.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to hear both ways here, but your team was so good late today. The Rebels were fighting back. Who'd you look to at the end? Crombie looked so good.
Yeah, you know, this is a pretty deep team. I think we had a bunch of efforts throughout. Obviously, Crombie's one of our leaders, and we kind of roll as she goes a little bit. But there's definitely a lot of pieces that we have, and some young youth. Oh, there's a little bit more sound. We got a little bit some youth in there, but I thought they competed, and everyone on the floor did what they could.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Sheldon. Feel free to go celebrate with the girls. Great win today.
Great, and thanks to JP. They run a fantastic tournament. Thanks, guys.
All right, we are finished here. We'll be back in just a little bit for the men's game. Kelowna and Western Canada will play again. I'd like to thank the color commentator today, Grayson Knutson. Great job. Our cameraman was Dave Foley. Alex Testowich was our switcher, and Rob Zitlau, our director. I'm Connor Toffin. I was your play-by-play announcer. Thanks for watching from Jasper Place High School and the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.